Salut YouTube, j'espère que tout va bien chez vous. Ok, on va aller chercher les clous. Clous de ses mains. Dans le bureau. Alors, on appuie sur la pédale. Et donc là, le code c'est 1191. Sauf s'il l'a changé.
Right. This time, it'll be a lot quicker. If I remember rightly, the code was 1191.
Ah bah c'est bon. S'il fait tout seul... Ah, faut le faire quand même. Ok. Il nous faut les clous et si on peut trouver une boule magique là, eh bah ça sera bien.
Of course. Weaknesses of the Human Psyche by Gilhelm Trimore. Gilhelm Trimore. Trimore. An anagram of Mortimer.
Ah.
Wow. Arrogant enough to publish writings on mental control in full view of everyone.
Le
I
petit
wonder who he's
bâtard.
writing for. There. Those are the nails I was looking for. A hand of tarot cards.
Mais ça on s'en fout.
I should have learned my lessons in card reading a little better.
La plume il s'en fout.
Mortimer's interested in black magic. Mortimer really is a demon. I wonder what he could be doing with all this. A Van
Alors est-ce
Loven
qu'on aurait
microscope?
un...
The most
une boule
sophisticated
magique
microscope
ici?
there is. When I think of the difficulty the Order had in getting hold of one of these,
Je veux pas de boule magique. Où est-ce qu'on va trouver une boule magique?
all right, come on, let's get out of here. 6466, if I remember correctly.
Donc la boule on sait pas, hein. La sphère armière. Donc c'est la sphère avec plein de sphères, c'est la sphère de Game of Thrones. Entre autres. Où est-ce que je pourrais trouver ça en vrai? Von Wollner, est-ce qu'il va mieux? Chez Madame Irma. Alors, c'est pas une boule. Enfin, c'est pas vraiment une boule. Bah voilà.
An armillary sphere. Perfect. That will save me some time. I only hope that he isn't going to realize it right away.
Il est pas là. Hein. Ah bah oui, parce que c'est un fan des arts occultes, du coup c'est logique. Ok, il faut retourner. À la crypte. Tout va bien. Tout est ok. Sauf mon PC visiblement qui fait bzzz, bzzz. Sur la poussière.
Golden elixir.
C'est bon ça. Du miel.
Honey. I couldn't
Du
have hoped
miel.
for that.
C'est là où il y avait Jackie d'ailleurs. Pérou. Pérou. Bien, au moins personne surveille ici. Un rhume des foins. Ok. Il y a un truc ici là. Pièce de collection. Tout le monde s'en fout évidemment. Ok, alors. Les correspondances la correspondance des dates des différents calendriers.
So, good. You've managed to gather all the keys.
Oui.
Yes, that's right. I have everything. What should I start with?
Place the Clement III cross on the console. Then you have to put the nails on the disc of the door.
What hole should I put the nails in?
Well, I can't really advise you there, because I haven't exactly made the best choices myself. All I can say is that you have to insert 1 to choose a town, 1 to choose a chapter, and 1 to choose a verse. Those are Roman numerals on the disc.
What theme did you start with?
As the fresco shows the birth of Christ, I placed 1 nail in Bethlehem, 1 in chapter 2, and 1 in verse 6. The iris opened a little. I thought it was normal. Behind the aperture of the iris, there is a duct in which I put my hand. I felt something like a valve at the bottom. I thought by turning it the door would open, or the iris would open completely, or something else would happen. Instead, I felt something like an axe cut off my hand. I really thought it was the end of me.
Bah,
What
yes.
did you do then?
Well, although I had made some unfortunate choices, I was lucky in that Mortimer was well stocked with drugs. I raided his supplies of medicine.
All right, my turn now.
Go ahead, impress me. I'll shut up and let you concentrate.
Alors,
This exegesis contains comments from Judas on the different Gospels. It only contains certain chapters and verses, and the chapters are indicated by Roman numerals. The lexicon refers to different chapters and verses from the exegesis of Judas.
j'ai envie de dire thème suivant. Il y a quoi d'autre? Résurrection, naissance, Trinité.
Chapter 24, verse 3. Jesus rose from the dead on the 14th of Nisan, 3793, in Nazareth. He appeared with a halo above his head.
Euh,
Chapter 24, verse 3. But when they entered, they did not find the body of the Lord Jesus. While they were wondering about this, suddenly, 2 men in clothes that gleamed like lightning stood beside them. In their fright, the women bowed down with their faces to the ground. But the men said to them, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here. He has risen. Remember how he told you while he was still with you in Galilee."
je mets la croix de Coronado.
The cycle of the moons has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now.
Analyser la fresque.
The fresco clearly shows the birth of Christ.
Louis, I can assure you that that is not the solution to this enigma. This fresco's only purpose is to mislead. I know that now. Please, focus on another theme about Christ.
We'll have to trust her. You could see that the paint has come off in parts. Difficult to see what was there, but I can distinguish the letters N, R, I. Nothing more.
Ça a un rapport avec la crucifixion, ça, je crois.
Why, of course. They're part of the initials INRI that you can find on the cross of Jesus at his crucifixion.
Ok.
It looks like there are 3 types of inscriptions. There are 3 styles of writing, and I've got 3 nails. There must be a link.
Sans
We
déconner.
surely put in 1 nail per category.
Ok. Donc crucifixion. J'ai hésité en fait. Quand j'ai vu les trucs sur Jésus, je me suis dit bon, la naissance, les gros symboles, c'est en général naissance, crucifixion, résurrection. Les thématiques.
Chapter 19, verse 17. Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan,
Ah, le 8 Nisan.
3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head. Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him, and 2 others with him, on either side, and Jesus in the midst.
Alors c'était quoi?
Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went
19-17,
forth
Golgotha.
into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him, and 2 others with him, on either side,
19-17.
and Jesus in the midst.
Essayons 19-17 alors. Alors. Ok.
It works.
Well done, Louis. I hadn't seen those other wheels. Try connecting the theme to see if it goes all the way.
There must surely be a connection between the wheels. There are different icons on this wheel, but it looks like some of them can't be connected to the other wheels. Now, given the difference between the number of icons and the number of towns, I think that only one path connects all the wheels with one another. Let's try to connect the theme I've chosen with the rest. Mother, what do you think?
As I told you, I didn't get that far. Nevertheless, these icons do represent moments in the life of Christ.
Alors les icônes, ouais. J'imagine. Je vois pas bien. À gauche, ça doit être le baptême, puisqu'il y a des vagues. Ouais, donc ça se lit dans le sens inverse des aiguilles d'une montre, je pense. Parce que le premier icône en haut du IA, en haut à gauche, ça ressemble à un landau de. Enfin. Un couffin de bébé, donc ce serait les langes peut-être. Après le baptême, si on descend. Après c'est quoi? C'est du vin. C'est du vin? Ouais, donc ce serait les noces de Cana. Je vois pas ce qu'il y a tout en bas, mais après il y a une croix, donc la crucifixion. Mais la couronne d'épines tout en haut, je sais pas. Et le symbole des sœurs Halliwell, je sais pas à quoi ça correspond. J'analyse les lunes.
This wheel represents the different moons. In the occult sciences, we represent the full moon by an
Coquillage.
X.
Oui, aussi,
As
oui.
for the dark moon, called the new moon, in cults, it's often associated with something harmful.
Ok, la route des dates.
This wheel contains several symbols made up of 1 or 2 figures and 1 letter. The highest figure does not exceed 31, and each letter corresponds to a month of the year. A for April, and M for March. I think these symbols must represent a specific date. Look at this. There are notches between each of the wheels. So, I have to link the name of the town from the theme I've chosen to an icon, then to a date, and finally, the date to the moon.
Ok. Alors. C'était quoi? C'était Golgotha de ses morts.
Chapter 19, verse 17. Jesus was crucified on the
8
8th of
Nissan
Nisan,
3793.
3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head.
Ok.
Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went
8
forth
Nissan
into a place
3793.
called the place of a skull,
C'est ça, hein.
which is called in the
Ouais.
Hebrew Golgotha.
C'est pareil si tu peux me
where
le
they
mettre dans le
crucified
chat.
him, and 2 others with
Ouais, la
him
Trinité, ouais,
on
peut-être. Ouais,
either side,
ouais mais
and
c'est
Jesus in the midst.
les, l'esprit de Saint-Esprit, tout ça. Euh... C'était 8 Nissan 3793, je crois. Hein. Donc ce serait le 26 mars 33. Ouais. Donc le 26M. Est-ce que je vois 26M? 26M, oui, il est tout à gauche. Hop, ça c'est bon. Donc j'ai envie de dire la roue des icônes. Ça c'est quoi? C'est la crucifixion? J'en sais rien. Ah, c'est pas un calice ça? C'est une tête de Jésus avec une auréole? Logiquement ce serait ça. Ce serait la couronne d'épines. Maintenant il nous faudrait les cycles lunaires.
During new moon, the moon is entirely in the shadow. Then, the shadow moves from west to east, meaning left to right, and goes through the following states: waxing crescents, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent, and the cycle starts over with the full shadowed new moon. The moon shadow moves from west to east.
Oh putain. Ok. Il faut retrouver la bonne date. Merde, je pouvais le faire comme ça, non? Oui. Donc on était au Nissan, donc on est le 6 Rajab, moins 611.
Sixth of Rajab, 611, waxing crescent.
Alors premier croissant, mais attention. Premier croissant en partant d'où? Premier croissant.
The moon shadow moves from west to east.
De ouest en est.
During new moon, the moon is entirely in the shadow.
Ok, ombre.
Then, the shadow moves from
De gauche à
west
droite.
to east,
Ok.
meaning left
Donc
to
le premier
right,
croissant
and goes through the following states:
est à gauche.
waxing crescents, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter,
Ok.
waning crescent,
Premier croissant en
and
d'ombre.
the cycle starts over with the full shadowed new moon.
Je crois que c'est ça. C'était 6 Rajab,
Sixth of Rajab,
premier croissant.
611, waxing crescent.
Ok. Donc premier croissant. La roue de ma lune. Ah, j'étais dessus. Ah non, attendez, parce que... Bah, je suis bon, là. Parce que la nouvelle lune, c'est la lune rousse. En gros, c'est la lune noire. Donc le premier croissant, c'est de gauche à droite. Donc le premier croissant, c'est bien celui que j'ai mis sur le... Ok, normalement, c'est bon, là. Je crois que c'est bon. Ah, police du skill. Attention.
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck.
Je tire. C'était pas ça? Merde! Mais ça avait l'air d'être ça. Je me suis gouré sur la lune. Zut! J'ai dû me gourer sur la lune ou... Et c'était ça, d'ouest en est, et l'ombre se déplace vers la droite. Ça devait pas être le bon symbole. Ça devait pas être le bon symbole. Parce qu'il y avait la couronne d'épines. Ah non, l'autre truc c'était un clou, c'est celui-là que j'aurais dû mettre. Ça doit être ça. Bon, on va finir la politique. Qu'est-ce qu'on pourrait... J'ai 3 points. Bah là, en subterfuge. Ouais, je pense que c'est ça, je me suis trompé d'icône. J'ai focalisé sur la couronne d'épines, mais la couronne d'épines, il la met avant d'être crucifié. Alors que les clous, voilà. Déjà fini? Zut. Ok, commençons. Bah j'ai rien à équiper du coup, tant pis. Putain. Ils vont se poser des questions, mais il est où? Passez où votre bras? Ah, c'est compliqué, c'est une longue histoire. Je coupe en me rasant.
I sense that Mr. Peru is about to surprise us too.
I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became lost.
Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart.
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Louis, you really must learn to conceal your weaknesses better, if you don't want your foes to use them against you.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
It is the natural order of things, Monsieur de Richet. There have always been men who govern other men. That is simply the way it is.
History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
Filthy swine! I'm going to open this damn door and skin you alive! You're not going to get the better of us!
Mother?
Louis, you've come around. How do you feel?
It hurts. Mother? I can't feel my arm.
Louis, I had to cauterize it with what I could find.
Where's my arm?
We'll get through this, Louis. Don't worry. I think I found a solution. You'll see.
We gotta leave. No, don't put your arm in there.
Louis, we can't leave without it. It's our last chance. I need to see this through to the end. I must do it. We've done it, Louis. Look.
Stubborn as a mule.
Come on, up you get. I'll help you. Easy does it.
Putain, ouvrir des portes dans ce pays, ça coûte vraiment un bras.
Now what?
Let's take what we came for.
C'est le clou.
I've got to know what I did wrong.
That is one fearsome mechanism. In fact, if I hadn't watched you beforehand, I would never have found the right combination.
Tell me, where did I go wrong? Damn. I was sure I'd figured out how the lock worked.
Of course, Louis. But you still had to choose the right theme from the start. It was the crucifixion.
Oui, ça c'est bon.
I matched its symbol, the crown of thorns, to the place where Christ was nailed to the cross, Golgotha. Then I had to link the crown of thorns to the date of the crucifixion, according to the exegesis. But I failed to understand the first time. With that theme in mind, I chose 26M, which represents
c'est ce que j'ai fait.
26th of March. To conclude, I had to use the armillary sphere to find the moon corresponding to the day of the crucifixion, which turned out to be in the first quarter. All that was left to do was to link all those elements on the same axis.
C'est exactement ce que j'ai fait. Non mais je veux voir la roue. C'est exactement ce que j'ai fait. J'ai mal tourné le truc. Mais je suis persuadé que c'est ce que j'ai fait. Couronne d'épines, 26M. Et premier quartier. Chelou. Oula! Ah ça c'est une vraie crypte. Je suis persuadé que c'est ce que j'ai fait. Hein. Je n'en démordrai pas. Démortirai pas bien sûr. Les ponts brûlants.
But where are we?
Dans Dark Souls.
Better not hang around. Do you know what we're looking for?
We have to find that weapon. What do you know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
The what?
Eh ben c'est la dernière arme de Kimari dans FF10.
Oh, that? That's what we come to find? The lance that a centurion stuck in the side of Christ at his crucifixion?
That's it.
Seriously? You don't really believe that fable, do you?
Every fable is founded on true events.
Certes.
I'm not saying that everything adds up, but imagine if it really did exist.
Very well. Now what?
Well, now you know what you need to find.
Pardon?
I have to get to the wharf to prepare our departure. Let's get off this cursed island as quickly as we can. We shall come back when we are ready and armed.
But hang on.
Louis, let's first get to
Mais j'ai
safety.
plus qu'un bras
We shall
maintenant.
come back when we have the upper hand. Fear not. You
Arrête de parler de main.
the lance. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
Vas-y, upper end.
Hang on. At least tell me everything you know about this lance.
But I have never seen it. There's nothing else I can say, Louis. Well, you can always go snooping around Mortimer's study. I remember seeing paintings of Longinus there.
Hang on a second.
What's the matter?
Why did you shoot Emily's sister?
Do you really think now is the right time for this?
I want to know, Mother. Why did you betray her?
Listen, Louis. I don't think you've really understood my interest in the Al-Azif. It's not just simple curiosity about some old relic.
You tried to kill her.
And I had no choice, for crying out loud. It must not fall into the hands of the demons, or we are all doomed, don't you see? Listen, I don't know exactly what it contains, but I prefer to be one step ahead. If they want it, there must be a reason. And even if I don't know what it is, I want to stop them for safety's sake, no matter what.
Nothing will stop you if I understand correctly. Not even—
Enough, Louis. If you could see the extent of their power as I do, then you would understand what I'm saying.
All right, we'll do it your way.
One more thing. If they find you in possession of the lance, they won't let you get away with it. Choose only one and hide it under your jacket so you don't get caught with it. Then run and meet me on the wharf.
And if I get caught?
If they catch you in possession of the lance, we're all doomed. Do you understand?
Perfectly.
Good. And go talk to Piaggi. He's the one who probably knows the most about this.
Mais ça veut dire qu'il faut que je remonte? Alors attendez, parce que... Putain, ça s'est remis par défaut. JPP. J'en ai plein le cul.
The Bible must mean the lance which finally took the life of Christ. The 4 Gospels each give an account of the death of Christ. Let's see what they can tell me about the lance. There's nothing about the lance in this account of the crucifixion. This apostle does not mention the lance in his description of the death of Christ. Ah, there. When they came to Jesus and saw that he was dead already, they broke not his legs, but one of the soldiers with a shimmering lance pierced his side, and forthwith there came out blood and water. And he that saw it bore witness, and his record is true, and he knoweth that he saith true, that ye might believe. A shimmering lance? What is this telling me?
Aucune idée. Bon, allons voir. Qui a dit? Bienveillant, ça va votre bras? Ouais, c'est parce que je me branlais trop, je me suis coupé la main. Pour faire pénitence. J'arrivais pas à m'en empêcher, maintenant j'y arrive. Mais c'est vrai que ça pique un peu. Je ne conseille pas. Quelqu'un a du miel? C'est pas du miel ça. Est-ce que quelqu'un a du miel s'il vous plaît? J'ai mal. J'ai l'impression d'être Venom Snake. Sauf que je peux pas faire de fulgure au point. Sauf que c'est l'autre main qu'il a en mécanique Snake, c'est la droite, je crois. Alors Piaggi, il est certainement dans sa chambre en vrai. Ce chou là. Qu'est-ce que je... Ok.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Ça va bébé? Ça a l'air d'aller. Je croyais qu'avec l'élixir d'or je peux annuler mon bras coupé. Pas sûr. Je crois que je peux plus crocheter les serrures. J'en sais rien. Alors.
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Est-ce que j'ai la clé? Si ça va, je peux crocheter. Oh, du miel! Oh, la tête qui fait. Le toxicomane.
All right, I've retrieved everything.
Oui, du miel. Du miel! Pourquoi il est là? This is Sparta. Bientôt. Bouh!
Your Eminence, would you have a moment to spare?
Not now, Louis. Please, leave me alone.
I beg your pardon?
I want to be alone.
Very well. I'm only searching for information about the lance of Longinus, the soldier. If you could...
are not listening to me. You are playing with fire.
I heard you speak to Mr. von Wollner about it, and I was wondering if you could tell me something about it.
That was a private conversation. How could I have known that he was listening to us?
I see what you mean.
Louis, don't push it. Leave while you still can.
Your Eminence, are you all right? Your Eminence, are you with me?
Pourquoi t'es
Can you
de dos?
turn around, please?
What do you want to know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
Your Eminence, turn around.
This is the weapon used by a Roman centurion on the very day Christ was nailed to the cross.
Look at me.
Longinus thrust his lance in the right side of Jesus.
Please.
As you wish.
His nose is bleeding.
So you are looking for the
C'est pour ça que j'ai des
Holy Lance
visions.
of Longinus, are you?
Oh, ça coûte cher.
No, I was wondering about it myself.
Oh, Louis. It's even worse than I thought. I believe you when you say you only come to find out more. But in that case, it means that Sarah didn't even tell you the point of it all. Because, believe me,
Donc les
you are
ennemis et les
looking
visions,
for
ce serait
you
les
are
démons qui
looking
essaient de
for the
nous
lance. You should know, you are not the only one.
posséder,
Lord Mortimer
je pense.
has spent a good part of his life and his fortune trying to find it. Never will he let you have it. But tell me, before going any further, have you spoken to anyone else about this?
No, Your Eminence. I thought you'd be the only one able to help me with it.
Your words lack conviction, Louis. If I'm asking you all these things, it's for your own good. No, you have no reason to lie to me. Imagine you find it, which I don't doubt, given how resolute you are when you've got something on your mind. Then what? What are you going to use the lance for, exactly?
If I told you why I needed this lance, you would never believe it.
Trust me, you can tell me anything.
It's our only chance to vanquish the demons.
Oh, my dear God, Louis. You sound just like Sarah. Do you realize you are following the same path, step by step? Sarah
J'ai un bras
also
coupé, hein.
started by imagining things. She too spoke of demons, I am told. She could no longer speak to anyone, and saw a hidden monster in every guest, lurking in the shadows, ready to devour her. You must let us help you. Louis, I thank you for your sincerity. I shall answer you about Longinus.
Yes.
You deserve to be told. His spear-headed lance did indeed pierce the side of the Messiah. His blood gushed out, covering the head of the lance. It was covered in the blood of Christ.
D'accord.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Eminence.
Donc elle est
You
rouge.
are welcome. Be careful, Louis. You are on a perilous path. Don't follow Sarah's demons, my boy. Don't delve too deeply into her delusions, or you won't be able to come back. The demons that she is frantically trying to drive away are in her own mind. Take good care of yourself. God keep you.
Ouais, enfin, vu dans quel état t'étais juste avant, pardonne-moi de douter que les démons sont seulement dans sa tête. T'avais littéralement l'air possédé. Cherchez plus d'indices. Trouver la Sainte Lance, exiger évoque un métal étincelant. Piedju m'a dit qu'elle est en forme d'épieu. Les textes sacrés, représentation artistique, spécialiste de l'ésotérisme. Oh putain, bordel de merde. Ok. Spécialiste de l'ésotérisme. Von Glover. Les représentations sacrées, il y en a dans le bureau de Mortimer. Les textes sacrés. C'est Washington. J'ai spécialement envie de lui parler. Alors c'est Von Wollner, est-ce qu'il est conscient? Au pire j'irai dans ses ses appartements et... Pérou, Bonaparte... Tiens Pérou, qu'est-ce qu'il devient? En vrai.
Great, honey.
Du miel. Toujours plus.
Dear Monsieur all right. I've retrieved everything.
Et... Qu'est-ce qui branle? Par contre, ça me stresse de pas savoir où est Pérou parce que... Il était là avec Wollner. Après, j'ai vu Wollner qui s'est fait casser la gueule sur le balcon. Bon, il est plus là, c'est déjà ça, mais... Pardon Émilie, j'espère que t'es pas toute nue. Je veux juste passer. Elle est pas là non plus. Évidemment que c'était de l'autre côté, connard. Du miel! Du miel partout ici. Putain, et tout à l'heure j'étais là, j'aurais pu aller directement là-bas quoi. C'est ici? Pas du tout. Oh, j'ai chaud. C'est à force de réfléchir.
It seems like he isn't here. What a mess. Looks like Volner was interrupted. Looks a lot like straw, and he's drawn something in a hurry on this sheet. Straw on his desk, as if to
as if to protect something fragile. Yes, someone must have packed something away here. I get the feeling that I've seen that somewhere before. Yes, it's definitely a drawing of the lock of Al-Azif. Volner must have kept a copy.
Johan, je sais que tu cherches un moyen de comprendre ce qui est arrivé à Elisabeth. Mais tout ça va beaucoup trop loin, à présent. Déjà, votre escapade sur le continent m'a beaucoup coûté. Je sais qu'il n'a pas été facile pour vous qu'Elisabeth reste confinée un mois dans sa chambre pour ne pas croiser Sarah. Mais de là vous enfuir sans prévenir, j'ai dû mentir pour vous couvrir, Johan. C'est comme si vous étiez arrivés séparément, depuis plusieurs jours seulement, et convaincre William de faire de même devant ses hôtes. J'exige que tu entendes raison et que tu te reprennes. Je t'ai demandé de récupérer quelque chose dans le but de lui faire quitter l'île, et non pas que tu l'étudies pour entretenir des espoirs vains. Cela ne t'apportera aucune réponse, que ce soit bien clair. Tout au plus, nous courrons le risque de le perdre à nouveau. Donc, pour la dernière fois, merci d'aller le déposer à l'endroit convenu. Je te confirme que l'on va venir le chercher instamment à Gregory. Ok. Ok.
So, let's see what Volner has in his bookcase. I don't know where to begin. I've never heard of most of these works.
De Richet?
Damn, that's all I need. Maybe he knows something about the lance.
What happened? You've lost. Ah, how horrible. Your hand.
It's an
Oui,
accident.
je me suis coupé en me rasant.
Accident? Are you joking? You have lost your hand, Louis. We've got to do something.
It's
Ça
been
va, j'en ai
done.
une autre.
I've been given treatment, rest assured. I admit that I didn't truly realize the consequences of my recklessness. So just stay calm.
Yes, of course. But Louis, it's your hand.
I know. Please, look, there's nothing I can do about it. I know, I made a mistake, but it's too late now. It was an accident. I only wanted to inspect the place to find my mother and, well, I fell into a trap. The result is appalling, I grant you that, but at least I can guarantee that we're all perfectly safe here on this island.
And you joke about it? Am I
Tu veux que je
dreaming?
fasse?
No, sir, but let's be realistic. So many world leaders brought together in one place, and there are no safeguards? The error indeed stems from my recklessness. I went looking here and there and searched my mother, and I had an accident. It's my own fault.
Fine. We will drop this incident. Why are you here? What are you doing in my room?
Ah!
Well, sir, I see you have some captivating books, and you seem to be rather interested in the famous Longinus.
No, it's... what's it to do with you?
I overheard you speaking with Piaggi. What are you two up to exactly?
No, fine. Yes. We are looking for the Holy Lance. That imbecile has given Mortimer all the ones kept in the private collection of the Holy See. But it's not what you think. Hang on a minute. You're the one looking for the lance.
No,
Don't take me for a fool. You are looking for the Holy Lances.
Not at all. I've come here to talk to you about the Al-Azif.
Ach, you are lying through your teeth. You are not here for the Al-Azif.
No, of course not. Well, what makes you think that?
You are a very bad liar, my lad. Don't think you're going to get away with it so easily.
Changer de
What are
sujet.
you playing at, Richet? Mortimer's the one who has that cursed lance.
How long have you been looking for it?
Ah, I see. You want it, and so you plan to steal it from Mortimer.
For a long time. Isn't that right?
Why, you little swine! You're planning to give it to Sir Gregory. You're looking to double-cross me, and Piaggi too.
What on earth is he talking about? Alright, calm down. I don't give a damn about getting you and Sir Gregory's bad books. Look at yourself, goddammit, you're ridiculous.
Shut it! Don't think you're going to fool me so easily. If you're not looking
Mais
for
comment
the
ça?
lance for Sir Gregory, then why do you want it? Drop. I can see very well you're trying to take me for a ride. You have no idea of what you're getting yourself into, Riche.
Merde.
Don't think you're going to get off lightly. Never will I help you find the Golden Lance of Longinus. Never! Don't make me your competition, Riche. You are no match. Now, get out of here!
Zut. Bon. Ça fait chier. Les textes sacrés. Bon, les tableaux. Déjà. Il était trop agressif et j'ai voulu mettre de... Enfin, j'ai voulu aller dans son sens. Et en fait, non. Je me suis dit, ouais, si j'essaie de lui faire croire que je suis pas dans la compétition, ça va être ok, mais... Bien, ça n'a pas été ok. Bon, dans le bureau de Jean-Eudes, il y a des tableaux partout. Hein. Le problème, c'est que s'il me voit avec la main coupée, il va dire, non, tu serais pas allé dans la crypte, toi? Bon, il est pas là, c'est une bonne chose. Je pense qu'il est là que quand il y a du scénarium. Mortimer.
Saint Longinus. Let's take a closer look at his lance. It was shaped like a leaf, like the real lance, maybe. How can I be sure?
I think this statue does represent Longinus, armed with a lance that wounded Jesus, the Holy Lance. How can I find out if this is an exact representation? There's no way of being certain of it.
Avec mon moignon. Donc il y a la statue, il y avait d'autres trucs. Hein. Il y avait les tableaux. Hein.
Longinus is holding the Holy Lance in his left hand, and I'll bet he's holding the sponge soaked in holy blood in the other hand. Yes! Here we can see that the Holy Lance is represented in the shape of a spear. I better make sure I check this twice. It's a work that dates from the Renaissance, and there's nothing to say that it's not based on erroneous elements. But I believe what I read in the letter from Milan addressed to Mortimer. There's every reason to believe that this painting has been modified according to his guidelines to represent the true shape of the Holy Lance.
Ah oui, putain, ça fait longtemps qu'on l'a lu, ouais. En forme d'épieu, ok.
There's only one way of being sure. I'll have to find other clues that will confirm this information.
Il était pas en train de peindre un tableau, lui aussi? Rien à voir, c'est l'attaque des titans. Bon, il s'en fout de son perroquet. Hein. Tu as déjà dit qu'elle était en forme d'épieu. J'ai vu sur le tableau Longinus qu'elle avait une forme d'épieu. J'ai vu le tableau de Longinus que sa lance a une forme d'épieu, ce qui confirme l'avis de Mortimer. La lance de Longinus montre qu'elle a une forme de feuille de la statue. La lance en or, un métal étincelant. Je t'avais pas vu, toi?
Dante's Purgatory.
Oui, si, je t'avais
What
vu.
is your mind presumed to flight when you're still like the imperfect grub?
Ici, je crois que c'est tout ce
The
qu'il y a.
worm before it's attained its final form. Charming.
Je crois que c'est tout ce qu'il y a. Alors, les textes sacrés. J'ai envie d'aller dans la chambre de Adams. Il y a peut-être des trucs. En tout cas, par rapport à l'ésotérisme, il doit y avoir des trucs. Celle-là, hein. Ouais. Alors, est-ce qu'ils ont enlevé le corps? J'espère. Hein. Joli à ce coffre. Est-ce que j'ai la bonne clé?
A chest with a half circle pattern.
Oui, demi-cercle, j'ai. Oh, un morceau d'ambre.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
Une note mystérieuse.
A novel of the initiation of a young woman into polite society.
Ah bah trop tard, Elizabeth Adams. Miaou. Bon, une lance dorée en forme d'épieu. J'ai envie de voir s'il n'y a pas au rez-de-chaussée... tableau ou statue qui pourrait nous aiguiller, peut-être. Miaou. Un bébé. Elle a chaud. La galerie des portraits, ouais. Il y a peut-être quelque chose ici. Après, je pense qu'avec les infos que j'ai déjà, c'est quand même pas mal. Après, il y a peut-être 20 lances en or en forme d'épieu. Mais c'est pas là que je voulais aller, je suis un connard. Pas du tout là. Bah alors, on se la cache?
There's the alchemical symbol of the earth on the lid.
Yes. Du miel. C'est déjà trop. Ok. De voir où est-ce qu'il y aurait d'autres tableaux.
Christ Crucified by Velasquez. Look, someone's left a note there. Reserved for the Duke of Alquidia. Ah, François Ier, Receiving the Holy Family, a painting by Raphael. The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near, his brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable that he can feel anything.
En vrai, j'ai envie d'aller tester maintenant. Attendez, c'est quoi représentation texte sacré? Texte sacré. Je pense qu'en texte sacré, on a eu tout, mais... Je pense que je vais redescendre et on s'arrêtera là. Pour le suspense. Parce que j'ai chaud aussi. Surtout. Et mon PC aussi. Bzzz. Rip mon bras quand même. Pas de chocolat donc. Si on fait appel à notre logique, on cherche une lance en forme d'épieu en or et possiblement avec du sang dessus. Mais on a vu que y avait du sang qui avait été épongé.
The Bible must mean the lance which finally took the life of Christ. The four Gospels each give an account of the death of Christ. Let's see what they can tell me about the lance.
Il y en a un qu'on n'a pas essayé, c'est Luc.
There's no mention of the lance in what Luke says about the death of Christ.
Bah Nick. Il y avait que Jean.
Ah, there. When they came to Jesus and saw that he was dead already, they broke not his legs. But one of the soldiers, with a shimmering lance, pierced his side, and forthwith there came out blood and water. And he that saw it bore witness.
Après c'est la main gauche.
Is true, and he knoweth that he saith true, that ye might believe. A shimmering lance. What is this telling me?
On sait déjà qu'elle est en or. J'ai au moins envie de savoir comment ça se passe au niveau des lances. Putain, en plus, il va falloir trouver la bonne, j'imagine.
This sarcophagus is engraved with the name of Clemens III. Good God! The one whose cross allowed me to enter. Clemens III. Clément III in French. How come his tomb ended up here and not in the Vatican? This sarcophagus is beautifully made, but ancient.
stone is marked by the passage of time, but it's really well preserved.
Ok.
He was basically an anti-pope. His path to the throne was pretty turbulent, and he had to be enthroned several times.
Meow.
The result of a long conflict between the papacy and the Holy Empire.
Orion.
This one has no name. I wonder who it was for.
Ça pue.
I can see that this spear has a so-called leaf shape. It is copper rimmed. I can see the tip is engraved with the symbol of the Eye of Ra.
Ça a l'air d'être la bonne. Il faut une lance en or. Il va falloir trouver la bonne, quoi. C'est juste la pointe en plus. Mais il a pas peur de tomber, hein. Perso, j'arrive dans un endroit comme ça avec des zones d'ombre partout. Putain, mais c'est tellement Dark Souls. C'est mais. Cette zone n'a aucun sens. Pas des zombies SVP. Il y a où? Oh mais il y a des cercueils partout. Ah ouais. Ah oui, effectivement, la crypte quoi. Oui, c'est vénère.
Flavius Aetius. It was cut a long time ago. You could tell by the rough hacks of the tool and the patina of the stone. This sarcophagus is very ancient. I'd say it's several centuries old. Flavius Aetius, the one they call the last of the Romans. He was assassinated by his own emperor, who was jealous of all his victories. But how did he end up here?
À cause de la confrérie, tout ça.
This lance has got a blade in the shape of a spear.
Okay.
Its blade is in iron or steel, I think.
C'est pas celle-là.
I can make out a rising sun engraved on the tip.
Ah par contre le symbole on sait pas. Donc peut-être qu'on aura plusieurs épieux en or. Il faudra le bon symbole. Alors ça... Ça va être un peu la merde.
The sarcophagus has been ravaged by time. It's sort of ageless, I guess. It's entirely sculpted. These symbols, these grooves, cuneiform script. This is humanity's oldest alphabet, the language of Babel. Sadly, no one today even knows how to decipher it. There's also some text engraved beneath in ancient Greek. Sargon.
Sargon. Sargon ça me dit quelque chose. Mais genre vraiment quoi.
we can see that this lance has a particular spear shape. It is coated in gold. You can distinguish the symbol of the fish engraved on the tip, barely noticeable.
Ça pourrait être ça. Parce que le poisson, c'est le symbole du Christ. Écoutez, je vais la prendre. Ah, j'hésite. Non, je ne vais pas la prendre. Parce qu'on s'en occupera la prochaine fois. Oh putain, cette croix immense. Des bisous. À plus tard.